Hey folks, it's Finn. This week I wanted to revisit an old video because I've been kind of reflecting this week because it was my birthday. Thank you peoples for your lovely cards. My awesome boyfriend took me to the snooker, which was fantastic, and I ate loads. I've been doing really well lately. I've got this Fitbit thing, I've lost 12 pounds, amazing, but I think I might have put it all back on this weekend, never mind. Quite a while back, in very early days in transition, I did a video called Transitioning into a Middle-Aged Man, and I'll put a link up to it here. In this video I basically talked about how I'd suddenly realised that I was not a little boy and that I was a grown man, which sounds bizarre that I just had that realisation, but I understood it, and I still do understand it, in that because I've kind of seen myself as not female from a very young age, I didn't have the correct image of how I looked. And when I kind of did have an image of how I looked, it was very much like a young boy. So when I came out as trans and started transitioning, although it wasn't a conscious awareness, I kind of had this internal image of myself, and my realisation was that the image of myself did not match up to the age I was. So, you know, looking around at 40-year-olds, I couldn't see the relation between them and me. It was really, really bizarre. I suddenly realised the disparity between my internal self-image and the reality. Now, I'm not saying, you know, that being 40 is a bad thing, that you all kind of like pass yourself by date and big pot bellies and all of that. I wasn't saying that. But there was a definite disparity between the small young boy I saw in my head to the actual man I was becoming. And so I'm just kind of revisiting that really, because it's something that I've been noticing happening over the last 6 months, is my face is changing very much again. The beard's obviously helped. But I mean, looking back to that time, I did look like a very small boy. Whereas now, I think my face matches more closely to my age. I still don't feel I look 42, and I get told I don't, which is cool. But it is much more my age, I think. And I like that. I've talked a few times about the kind of process of loss and grieving for my past self. In terms of the boyhood I'll never have. There will always be a bit of me that does grieve for the boy that never was. You know, I went through the wrong puberty, it took me a long time to work out what's going on. What's going on was that I was male and my body didn't realise that and did all the wrong things. But I think, being a trans person, I don't think we've got the monopoly on grieving for our past. I think that's a common thing. I think as people get older, you do kind of look back and go, oh, I wish I'd done that. Oh. You know, I think that is part and parcel of just getting older in life and things passing you by. So I don't think that's just unique to us. So, but yeah, I mean, there always will be that. I'm never going to be a 14-year-old boy, a 15-year-old boy. I'm never going to do those kind of boy rite of passages that other boys get to do, young men get to do. And I'm still making my peace with that. It doesn't really upset me, don't get me wrong, it's just little things will happen. But what I am noticing now, especially over the last maybe 6 months, a year, is this real kind of internal image of me matching the external image of me and me liking it. I look at kind of people my age now and I'm much more relating to them in terms of, oh, they look really good, I'd be very happy if I looked like that, and that kind of thing, you know, whereas before I was looking at kind of like 19, 20, 21-year-old guys, you know, really fit and healthy and young, nubile and all of this kind of business. I'm not saying it's not attainable with a lot of gym work and what have you, but I still won't be able to make my 42-year-old body look 19, you know. But when I was looking at guys and feeling jealous or wishing I could have that, it was always directed towards that age group. Now I find what I'm doing is when I go, oh, you know, he looks really good, or I like the way he dresses, I like the way he does his hair, it's more gravitating towards the older people, the people of my age and upwards, you know. So I think those things are coming together now in my head, that I'm actually seeing who I am, and I like it. I like this old face. You know, well, not old, but it's weathered, you know. It's a the skin's a bit leathery and there's white bits in my beard and I've got white shoulder hairs. And you know, it's all salt and peppery and the gut doesn't stay as flat as it used to. It probably would if I went to the gym a lot more, but I can't be bothered with that. And I'm happy with the way it's all developing. So I just really wanted to share that, really. That I now feel my age, more or less, in comparison to what I did when I did that video I linked earlier. And it's a lovely thing to go through, to actually kind of like, I look like a man. I think that's what I'm getting at now. I think I've no longer looked like that boy. Saying that though, at the time I looked like a boy, I thought I looked very manly. But now I look back and I think, oh, cute Finn. So I'm probably going to look back at this video in a couple of years and go, oh, cute Finn. But I think I look more manly now and less boy. So yeah, please do send me your thoughts, older trans people especially. How's it for you? Do you find this thing happening where you kind of have this image of you as your young boy and then one day you look in the mirror and go, oh my god, no, I'm actually 40 and your face is catching up? And how does that feel? I like it when people relate, and I know it's just not me being mental. Right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I am now going to be uploading every Thursday. Fits a little bit better with uni, so please do subscribe for regular updates and do check out my other playlists at the bottom there. Take care, everybody. See you next Thursday.